All right, we now move on with IELTS speaking part 1, and for you the topic is transportation. Transportation means like cars, buses, transport, traveling, trains and all that. My first question is, what's the most popular means of transportation in your hometown? Always remember, when they say most popular, you must be specific. It's not that you start from rickshaw and finish at the aeroplane and all that, right? The question is, what's the most popular? So most popular is only one. So what's the most popular means of transportation in your hometown?
The most type of transport, the most mode of transportation in my hometown is are buses. People commute through buses for their daily need.
Okay, you made only 2 sentences. You should make at least 4 to 5 sentences. What's the most popular means of transportation in your hometown? Well, buses are really very popular in my hometown. Thousands of people travel by buses throughout the day, and these buses got very good rules and routes. Most of these buses are air conditioned as well. So I think buses are very very popular in my hometown. है क्या नहीं? मुझे साथ ले जाना है ना, जवाब देंगे. Okay? Yeah. Exactly. You know, when children go to the doctor, they go with their mummies. Mummy tells, "Innu eh hunda, inde sir ch vi dard hundi, innu eh vi hunda." So I'll go with you. Okay? Yeah. All right, let's go on. How often do you take buses?
Not most time.
Not much.
Not much.
Or, yeah, not most of the time.
Not most of the time, but sometime on weekends when
I go back to my hometown,
then I use buses.
You should give answer in one go, not in parts, and you should make it fluent answer. Right? Because you know there are so many pauses, breaks and all that, right? So the question is, how often do you take buses? I don't use buses regularly because I've got my own conveyance, but when I have to travel out of town, then I use buses. Otherwise, I've got my personal conveyance. कोई मुश्किल है?
No.
सोचना है सिर्फ, like you need to think like this. You need to come up with some ideas, and I'm using simple words, simple vocabulary and all that. Let's go on. Do you think people will drive more in the future?
No, I don't think so, because of this technology era. The buses, the car and different type of transportation.
Okay.
Will be self-drive.
Okay, they'll be. But the question is, do you think people will drive more in the future?
Because of this, I don't think so.
Okay.
There is need of human interaction.
Okay, so people will not drive the buses or cars.
Yeah,
they will be driven by
artificial
intelligence and all. So you should be clear about your answers, because you know the way you are starting, you are unsure how to answer, and that content of your answer is not clear, right? So you are not even sure how to say बगैर driver के गाड़ी चलेगी. Okay, so you should be sure artificial intelligence or robots will drive the cars, right? Would you like to sit in a car which is without any driver? Oh. And the car is going 120 speed, you are all alone sitting like this. Yeah, that'll be risky. Okay. Huh? Okay, let's go on. Do you prefer public transportation or private transportation?
I believe on private transportation because we can move anywhere on our transport rather than when we travel by public. We are bound to leave fast different stations.
Okay.
And this is much cost. In front of me, this is much costly as well.
Okay, so you should focus your sentence structure, fluency, ideas. These are 3 areas you need to work out, yes. Right? Okay, thank you. You can pass on the mic, please. All right, we got another poor candidate.
Daddy.
Yeah, don't call me daddy here, call me sir. Okay?
Daddy?
Yeah, I'm daddy
Like
at home.
head one or
Over
what?
here, I'm sir. Say sir.
Sir Dard.
Okay, you don't say sar dard. Behave. All right. So let's take a start. The topic is weekend. You got to speak loudly.
Yeah.
How do you usually spend your weekends?
I usually spend my weekends outside the house, but nowadays I'm staying inside. I usually watch TV at night or late night movies, or I just simply spend time with my friends.
Okay, in your country, do men and women usually do the same kind of things on weekends?
Well, that depends on the mood swings, and other than that, what kind of a person the woman or man is. Usually it's different.
So what's the difference?
Men like to go out on the weekends, whereas women like to rest at home. Like they can do multiple things like reading books or television. Men like to spend time with their friends or other stuff as well.
Okay, when do you spend time with your family?
I spend time with my family before going to bed. I usually go to my parents' bedroom and all of us just sit there and we spend a couple of hours together.
Okay, what did you do last weekend?
Last weekend I stayed at home. I watched a movie at night, and in the evening I read books, and I also enjoyed with a cup of coffee.
Okay, what are you going to do next weekend?
Next weekend I'm planning to stay at home, but I will read some books, and apart from that I might as well watch a movie.
Okay, do you like working on weekends or studying on weekends?
Not at all. I just like to rest on weekends, and I prefer not to even go near my books.
Okay, do you think that weekends now are more important than the past?
I think yes, because nowadays people are very busy and they hardly get time to see each other or to do anything in the free time. So yes, weekends are very important because that's the only time when people are free.
All right, there are so many grammatical mistakes. You're not using appropriate words and your pronunciation is really wrong.
Yeah.
All
Anything
right.
else?
That's it. Okay. Okay, thank you very much.
Yeah, you're welcome.